Nicole, what are we doing today?
We got new fabric. And I think it's really interesting fabric, so I feel like we should talk about it.
I agree.
Okay, great.
We're on the same page.
Great. Okay,
so let's talk about it.
Well, you want to start with a sample?
Let's start with the sample.
This gorgeous sample that Sean made.
Let me swing around.
Sean made a sample of the Remy Raglan top.
Thank you, Sean.
Thank you, Sean. This is a beginner. This is a beginner pattern, beginner class. And anyway, so this fabric is really pretty too. Here's the pattern.
Whoa.
Did I go in too fast for you?
There we go.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Can we look at some of the details?
Yeah. So, okay. Well, detail number 1 is we actually have matching buttons.
Yeah, this is a great button.
It's so good.
Is this one of the brass ones?
Yeah, it's got brass
on
on
the
the
back.
back. Isn't that pretty? It's like jewelry.
Look at that. Holy moly.
Anyway, our buttons, we have matching. Atelier Brunette has a matching line of buttons to the fabric, and so it does match the fabric, which is pretty special. This fabric is, Atelier Brunette does this thing where they have an Eco-Vero certification for all their fabric. I think the reason why is that a lot of their fabric is viscose. Viscose is a wood pulp product. It's kind of interesting because they take, a lot of it is eucalyptus. They take a wood product and then they are able to break it down into a fiber. The fiber happens to be really drapey.
Silky feel.
Really beautiful
Smooth.
feel. And
Let's get some, let's hold it. Let's get the hand. Yeah. My goodness.
yeah, it's really nice. But one of the things about doing a wood pulp fabric is sometimes it can use a lot of water. And so this process that they use half the amount of water that most people use when they're making viscose. Okay, so this fabric is a crepe.
Let's see the back side.
Yeah, just a note about garment fabric. Garment fabric is not, it's a real thing. Fabric that is made for garments often has the same color as the front. And the reason why is because a lot of times in garments, you're going to see some part of the underside. So like when you're walking around, the back of your shirt is going to be seen. Your
jacket, the inside, like placket area if
Yeah.
it's not lined.
Yep, the dress, the bottom of the skirt, and the back is going to show. So a really good garment fabric is probably going to have some bleed through of the pattern on the front through to the back. So these fabrics do that. The other thing about this fabric is it's a crepe. And crepe is, it's a really...
I do want to note in this video, I messed up Nicole and she had a beautiful explanation of what crepe is in the first take, but then I pressed some gosh darn button. Production crew.
Gotta make it beautiful again.
And now she's just gotta whip up the magic on this crepe explanation again.
Take 2, not as good as take 1. Whatever.
We're rolling.
Okay, so crepe fabric is really interesting because it is 2 threads. The 2 threads that are spun together are spun in opposite directions, and then when they come together, they make this kind of wavy. Visually, it's like a wavy effect, and so
it's got some bounce to it.
It has a lot of bounce. It also has give, which is really nice. And there's a difference between stretchy fabric and fabric that has give. Garment fabric that has stretch in it has like a lycra or a spandex or something like that. This fabric doesn't have stretch in it, but it does have give, which is nice because we're putting it on our body and we want it to be comfortable. So anyway, so this crepe has a nice amount of give.
We did get some fabrics that aren't the viscose in the collection though, right?
Yeah.
There are a few bolts over here.
Yeah. Yep, there's some more. This is also crepe, I think. But then this is a viscose twill.
I'm a big fan of twill. It does a lot. I wear a lot of twill. It's versatile.
Twill is good man fabric.
It's not as heavy as denim.
Yeah.
But then it's heavy enough to be like a pant fabric.
Right. It's heavy wearing. So this twill.
Let's get a close up on the back here.
This twill is also. Can you see that? Maybe I need to. Here, let me show you this piece right here. There we go. That's better. So twill has this channeling that is kind of diagonal, kind of almost like a ribbing, but we don't call it ribbing because ribbing implies stretch, and this isn't stretchy. But twill has this diagonal channeling, and so it makes it a little thicker. And so this is still a good dress weight fabric. It's not denim, like it's not a like what Sam was saying about he uses this on his pants. It's not a men's pant twill. It's twill, but it's not that heavy. It's still got
crisper than the viscose though. Crisper hand.
It is viscose.
Or sorry,
crisper than the crepe.
Crisper than the crepe.
Crisper than the crepe. Crisper than the crepe. Say that 5 times.
It's more, yeah.
Okay, so it's has a little bit more stability than the crepe. But, so it still will be it could be a really nice top, but just know that it won't, this one, falls down and the volume of it is reduced just by the drapiness of the fabric. Whereas this fabric will maintain volume, which could be great for something like the puff sleeve top, where you want a sleeve that is larger
That's a good point.
To maintain its volume.
Can we see that pattern?
No, because I left it in the other room.
Just go grab it. Grab it. I'm following you.
Puff sleeve top. So see how the sleeve is nice and voluminous.
Yeah, you'd get a lot more volume from the twill than you would the viscose crepe.
Right, and same with the skirt, right? Like it could make a really nice. If you think of a skirt, it needs to be bigger, so you want it to flow in a more. I don't know what could we call it? We could call it like flow per second.
Flow per second. What's the skirt that you just...
the flow per second to slow down a little. This is the tulip skirt.
Okay.
That'd be a great skirt for this.
All right, back to the fabric.
Okay. So another pattern I thought would be really great for the twill is this one, these paper bag pants. So because a paper bag pant, you want it to kind of be floofy. This would be a great fabric for that.
Yeah.
Another one would be like the Emerson pant.
Yeah. There is one more, on that note of the Emerson pant, there is a red fabric in this bin that's like a linen cotton.
Oh, yeah.
You want to mention that?
Yeah, so also in this batch of fabric, we got some linen cottons, and this one is one of them.
It's a cotton gauze. One of them is a cotton gauze.
Yeah, I'll show you that one in a second. We're not there yet. Just hold on. Hold on. Linen cotton. This one's linen cotton. So you can see this is pretty, it doesn't really have a lot of drape. It's pretty structured.
That's beautiful.
It's so nice. It's really, really nice. It's thick enough that this could be really great for pants.
Like the Emerson pant.
Like the Emerson pant. The color is really good, too.
It's a great,
like,
yeah.
It's sort of, like the Emerson pant is the color you've been seeing in the stores and you sort of expect it. This one is a little off from that, which I just think is so great. It's unusual. I think it would really stand out. I put this this wool gauze that we've had for a while in this bucket with this because I just think it could be really great.
It's like a warm white gauze, and it goes great with the
Wouldn't that be so nice?
This bin is very textural.
Ooh, that's a pretty one. Okay, so the other fabric.
We're unapologetically nerding out over fabric, so
yeah, it's fun. It's fun. That's why we're here.
We got the cool section over here.
Yeah, here's the cool section. You'll see some repetition from the other colors, but this is a whole different color grouping. So this one here is the cotton gauze, and it's all cotton.
Get a close hand.
Yeah. So see, this is the back. Look how nice that is.
Holy smokes.
Back, front. So this would be a really lovely shirt. This Remy Raglan that Sean made would be great in this cotton gauze. Could also be pajamas, would be really nice for pajamas. Gauze is a very comfortable fabric, so it breathes with the body. It provides warmth when it sort of exchanges whatever is going on with the weather. So
what's its weight in relation to that twill we just looked at?
So the weight in relation to the twill, I would say, is probably, it's probably a little lighter than the twill. Although I would say you could make pants out of this. I just think it's a summer weight if you're making pants. So for winter, I'm thinking this is more of a shirt weight.
Yeah, my pants are a twill currently for winter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a rayon, and I'm feeling it. It's the rayon, the viscous rayon, and this one has that super drapey effect. God, look at the light today. It's like
gosh,
we ordered up the perfect light.
Yeah, lucked out.
This is similar to the one on the shirt. It's just not crepe. So it's maybe a little flatter looking. But this feels like it's probably about the same weight in square inch per square inch as this is. But I think because this is cotton, it feels a little heavier. It just has more structure. I don't think it's heavier. I just think it has more structure.
You could just get all three of them.
Yeah, you could just get all three of them. Yeah, that's true. I thought this, I keep obsessing over this.
This is a sleeper of a fabric, but it's so nice. Holy moly.
Gosh, it's
We put this on textile, and it didn't really show up in picture form, but let's see if we can get a good detail in the video. Because it's a wool knit that is it's got, not only does it have stretch, but the thickness of the fabric has bounce to it, if that makes sense. When if you press it between your fingers.
Right, like this. Yes.
Yeah.
It has that almost felt feel. It's really great. It's a super beautiful fabric. I keep thinking, so when this stuff arrived, I thought, wouldn't this be fun as a full length, pencil skirt kind of situation? And then with this as a top for Valentine's Day. Ooh, that could be nice. See, it has almost hearts, but not quite.
Whatever.
Anyway, yeah. And then, yeah.
Any other of these patterns that you wanted to mention here?
Oh, yeah. Well, so just to review, this one, this Wildwood wrap dress, could be really great in those solid linen cottons, because see, this neckline has a little bit of it needs to stand up and fold over. I think that would do really well with that fabric, but it could also be really great in the twill. And then it would be a little more flowy in this area. But anyway, I thought this was an interesting option. Another one I think is a really good option for a lot of these is the Inari T Dress. And the Inari T Dress, I think the twill would just be so nice in wintertime. Because again, that twill is a bottom weight, but it's also a little light for a twill. And so...
What I've noticed with twills, though, is after you give it a few washes, it softens in the hand. So it's still... There is flow to it as you wear it in. But it's crisp enough.
Right. And remember, these are rayon twills, viscous twills. And so that kind of twill is going to be a little bit different. It's already drapey to begin with. And then another one. Emerson, did I talk about this? Yes, I did.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I just think drapey pants, crop tops, or button-down Cali dress, or, you know, those options. I think there's like whole outfits going on here for sure.
Yeah. Alrighty, folks.
I can't wait to get started.
Thanks for joining us.
Comment and tell us what you are going to make. Give us your pattern suggestions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Bye.
Okay, bye.